It's me off right when I'm about to be finished with the lesson. But I have to bring these last two verses out because it's going into just what I was saying. And you know what? I'm actually going to grab, since just to make this last part two a little bit longer, I might as well grab I'll grab that precept. It's in Revelation 3. Because you know, in this truth, you're better off being cold, meaning you're not even a part of the ministry, than to be walking around as a lukewarm prophet. You got to be hot. You got to be on fire for the truth. You see, Revelation 3:15, Yahushua says it, right? He says, I know thy, this Yahushua talking in red letter, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. You see that? So you want to be like, it's better to not be a teacher, not be a prophet, than to be a prophet, but you're a fair weather prophet, or you're a Johnny come lately prophet, or you just teach, you do one lesson a month, or you do even one lesson a week is not enough. You got to be hot. Then you got to be on fire for this truth. Because if you're lukewarm, you're going to get spewed out the mouth. And we know the mouth is a metaphor for the Lord's servants, the prophets. Okay? So let's go back to 2 Peter 2, and we'll finish this chapter off. It says, for it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. See, so it's better for you never to have known the truth than to know the truth, come into the truth, you fizzle out after a year, or you fizzle out after even 10 years. I've heard of stories like that where men have been in the truth 10 years and then fallen out. Well, if you do that, you have a well, I heard the Apostle Tahar speak on it once recently. He said, you have 8 demons on you, man. Because 7 demons is like a complete number of demons. But he says the one who comes in and falls out, he got like 8 demons, which is more than a complete number of demons on you, And we've had stories and we've seen things, even close to our camp, where men have fallen out and bad shit happens to them, I remember a couple years back, I don't remember what camp it was, but one brother, he was in the truth and he fell out. He stopped doing the work. He told the brotherhood he was done. And like literally the next day, I think it was like a car accident or something. The Lord put a severe, harsh judgment on that man, and he ended up, he died, right after he came, like the day after he told the brothers he was going to stop doing the work. The Lord took his ass out. So, we take this thing very seriously, and we don't play with the Lord, man. We don't test the Lord in any of those ways. So, it's better to be cold or hot than lukewarm, all right? So, this is not for the weak. This is not for the faint. If you're going to be a servant, a teacher of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, then guess what? You're gonna have to get in, and the Spirit's going to be on you to do the work fervently. All right. I remember, I'll share a quick story of me. When I first came in, I remember because I told the brother, and I had been watching the videos for about 2 years before I actually, maybe a year and a half, I don't know. But I was like, I came to the brother, and I didn't really know much about GMS or specifically or whatnot. I was still a babe, right, in the truth, a youngin, an insignificant person, unlearned, right? And I came and I told, after watching the videos, and I told the brother, Kal, I said, man, I'm ready to come teach. I want to teach. And I didn't know what I was getting into at all, right? But the Spirit was just guiding me. It took me to call the brother, and I told him, I'm ready to teach, and he pulled me aside that day. I remember, I ain't never gonna forget it. He said, look, he's are you sure, brother? Because he's like, he basically was telling me what I'm reading here. He's like, and I didn't know, like, what I'm reading here it is, the justified by the scriptures. But he was like, yo, if you come into this thing, you got to understand, this is like he said he used the analogy or the comparison to the mafia. He said, the mafia, when you're in the mafia, or a gang, a street gang, you come into that gang and you like make a vow, you make a commitment to those type of gang or mafia. And he said, this is worse than the mafia, bro. He's all, because we're dealing with the most powerful, thing in the universe, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So he was basically putting me aside, saying, "Are you sure this is what you want to do? Because there's no turning back, you know." So there was the spirit guiding me. It wasn't even me telling him nothing, because I didn't know what I was walking into. That's how I know it's of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because I didn't know what I was coming into. And so I told him, I just said, yes, I want to do this, It was a spirit, the Lord had put the spirit on me to do what I've been doing, and that's been years back now. So anyway, that's what it is, man. This is something you don't play with. You can't fake being a prophet. You can't fake being a teacher, You got to know. Well, you don't got to know, because I didn't know. But when you get in, you get experience, you start to realize, like, okay, this is what it is. And now, I've grown in the spirit and call out Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right? But it's not something to be played with, all right? So let me read this last verse. It says, but it is happened unto them according to a true proverb. The dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the sow that was washed to her wallowing in the mire, right? So you can't come into this truth and then fall out. You're better off never coming into the truth, right? You learn all the, you learn the truth, man. And why would you let that thing go? Why would you let it go? You don't want to be doing that. And I'll close on this, because that's beautiful that dog vomit verse came up, because I was going to bring that out in Proverbs. So I didn't know that was at the end of the chapter, because I hadn't read the whole chapter yet. But I'm going to go to the one I was thinking of in Proverbs 26 and 11. It says, as a dog returneth to his vomit, so a fool returneth to his folly. All right? So it's comparing that man who comes into this knowledge and comes into this truth. You learn the truth, you learn the doctrine, and then you let it go. You fizzle out. You're hot for like 6 months, and then you fizzle out, and you end up being to the point where you're cold, and you go back to the world. And that's what it's talking about. You're a fool, and you're returned to your folly, meaning your foolishness. And we know fool goes in non-belief. At the end of the day, when men do that, when they come into the truth and they fall out the truth, it means they were never part of the elect. They were never a true prophet. They were never a prophet. So with that, I hope the lesson was edifying. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honors goes out to the other apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect. Shalom, brothers. Keep enduring.